Okay, today it is the 24th again of September of 2024. And I'm really excited about this. Once again, I could not trade this strategy because I was out helping my son. He's a coach for the local church flag football team. And so I had to take him up there for that. And it ended at around about 7 o'clock, and we didn't get home till around about 7:30, etc. But I still marked it off. I still saw the blessing. I was absolutely completely exhausted from fasting. I was just grateful that I was able to drive him up here and drive him back, because my energy during the evening time, if you know anything about the body, it starts to heal itself, and it was getting close to my bedtime to get some rest. So nevertheless, I chose not to trade this strategy, but I did mark it off, and I wanted to share it with you. And I wish I had traded hindsight 2020 because it panned out perfectly. Okay, this strategy right here. Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome, gods and goddesses. This is the Market Goddess, and here we are going to share with you another phenomenal. And I like this strategy right here are for those of you who have a day job and you don't have time to study or to trade until after you get off of work. This strategy begins at around about technically around about 6:30 to and ends technically at around about I'm gonna say 9. Like this particular taking it both ways, I would say technically the main move was this move right here, and it pretty much ended at around about 9:16. Okay, so if you could, prepare yourself to be primarily working this strategy from 7 to 9:15 or 9 o'clock, depending on the trading day and situation, then you're good. I mean, you could definitely do very well. And also, I'm going to show you right now how you can easily accomplish a lot. I mean, that's a lot of pips right from here to here, and it's a lot of pips from here to there too, and even from here to here. So either way, you would have done very, very well. And once again, I'm teaching you not to become greedy. I'm teaching you to focus on, at the beginning stages, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 pips. Go into that particular mindset at least 2 to 3 times, and those 20 pips turn into 40. Or if you go 3 times, it turns into 3 times 40 is what? 120 points, as far as particularly we're trading the NAS right now. Okay, and that's a lot. I mean, we're ecstatic, right? Especially after work, before you lay your head down, you had a hard day's work, you can lay your head down knowing you made about $300 to maybe $500 or $100 to $300, wherever you're at. That's your goal. We want to stick to that. Okay. So this strategy, it's called the ICT Mentorship 2024 Asian strategy. But a good friend of mine, who's also a follower of ICT, he coined it the Asian ATM strategy. I like that, and I'm gonna stick with that one because I like that a lot, because you literally are robbing the banks after hours when they close. So I like that strategy because they're always robbing for us. Okay, so we get to play Robin Hood. All right, so with that in mind, Market Gods and Goddesses, hope you're having a great day. Let's begin with this strategy information. Okay, how do you achieve rules and regulations? Number one, you start off at finding the new day opening gap high and new day opening gap low. As you can see, I'm pull over here, try to widen this a little bit so you can kind of see it a little clearer. New day opening gap high, September 24, 2024, and new day opening gap low, September 24, 2024. Now, how I'm able to find that, now I'll be honest with you, this right here is going to be a little bit difficult and kind of, once again, is a slight deviation from the rule. Okay, but generally what you're supposed to do, there is a gap normally from, let me remove this right here, this. Okay, good. So you can see there. Generally, it's this candle right here at 6 o'clock is the opening is right here. Since it is a bullish candle, the opening starts at the bottom. And I know you can't see it too clearly. Don't worry, we're going to do other videos so you can fully see that. But that's where it started, here at the bottom, and that became the new day opening gap low. So we mark that off. Now right here, this candle right here is 16:59, which is 4:59 our time in the US of A. And it opens, the opening, oh, wait a minute. Ooh, oh dear. Oh no, I did that wrong. Oh, I'm sorry, close. We're not supposed to do the open. At 16:59, that's when the market closed at around about 5 o'clock. So we have the close up here. So that became the new day opening gap high for the day. So at 1800 hours, which is 6 o'clock p.m., you want to establish the new day opening gap, and you want to establish the new day closing, and you have to put at the marks where the candle opens and where the candle closes. As you're well aware of, and if you don't know it now, you'll learn the opening and closing marks of a buy candle, and you learn the opening and closing areas of a sell candle. Okay, so we established that. So this right here, this is called a new day opening gap. This is a magnet too. It draws price to it. Now what you're supposed to do between, and I marked off 6 o'clock p.m. to 7 o'clock p.m. to establish the high of the hour between 6 and 7, which is buy side liquidity right here, and then to establish the low between 6 and 7 o'clock p.m., and it was established here. The sell side liquidity mark right there. Once again, this was the high buy side liquidity during the Asian market between 6 and 7 o'clock p.m. And this is the low, which is the sell side liquidity as far as the low, as far as the Asian market is concerned. Now, once you establish that, and also the new day opening gap high and low, you want to find out which one is taken out first. Is the buy side going to be taken out in this scenario, or the sell side? Now, as you can see here, once this was established, by approximately 7:25, the sell side liquidity was taken out. Once that's established, then you realize the next candle respected that sell side, and it's acting as support right now. And so it bounced off of there. Now, right away, we have a fair value gap that was formed. And like I told you before, this candle right here came down and touched into that fair value gap. Once it touches once, and then even it touches this fair value gap area twice, that's a sign we need to go in. Okay, and our goal is for it to go through that magnet and possibly hit this fair value gap. But as you can see here on this candle, it wasn't until this candle that it pretty much hit it at 7:37. It hit that candle. We're talking about being in trade for like basically 10-12 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, and you pretty much made your profit. Because if I look at the time span between getting in this trade at around about, I would have gotten around about here, which came to 863, and then would have gotten out here, which came to about 877. Well, how many points is that? Let's see here. We got 877 minus, let's see here, 863 equals, that's 14 points. Now, for beginners, I think that that's great. We don't want to, once again, we don't want to get greedy. Okay, we don't know what it is going to do. And like, as you can see, it retraced back all the way down to there. Okay, almost close to where we got in at before it went up. But like I said, if that's not enough for you, if you need 20, then you could have possibly have stayed in. But I recommend to get out, especially for beginners. You're starting out. It hit the level to where we wanted to go pretty much. We're good to go. Take those 14. If you go in 3 times, okay, like I recommend, that's 42. Hey, we definitely hit our goal, okay? And that would have been a nice piece of change. You definitely would have made your $100 to $200 to $300 goal for the day. Keeps poverty away. And you would have been able to sleep nice and sound as far as that's concerned. But let's just say you decided to stay in, and you saw this, basically this fair value gap form here. There's another fair value gap that formed here. There's another fair value gap that we drew that formed there. It bounced off of this fair value gap and it went all the way up to here. That came out to 882. Then for sure you're going to get out, because now you're factoring these trades beyond this particular area here. This is over in on Monday, a trade, it went there and it went past there. Okay. All right. So as you can see here, trading, it went up even higher here. Okay. And like I said, don't be greedy. Get out, because it went all the way down back past this point, and it would have start factoring in and being the drawdown for you, especially if you got in at this time. But even so, one of the things I teach you to do is to definitely go down at least, like if you get in, like if you got in here at 863, we're going to go down at least 20 pips. So if it was as our stop loss, so if we're at, let's see, 863, and then we go down to, I would say the smart move is to go down to here. Okay, even went further. It's 854. Let's see what that would have been. And see, that's why it's so important. So I like to do just 20 points as far as stop loss. And let me see, I lost my number again. 863. Okay, 863 minus, let's see here, we would have to definitely go before, we would have to go to 8, let's see, 852. 852 equals 11. So we'd have been fine. We'd have been perfect. If we went down to 20, pips would have been right down to there. So we would have definitely, not been stopped out as far as our stop loss is concerned. But once again, hindsight 2020, looking at this, where it went to, it went here and took this equal, this a buy side liquidity right here. You would have more than enough, okay? As far as if it came to 11 here, this rate up here gave you another 20. So we're talking about at least 30 points times that by 3. That's 90 points. Okay. So we're good. We're very happy and good. But in case you did and it went crashing down, you wouldn't have got stopped out. And if you stayed in there, it would have really went up to hit. As you can see, this is another point right here of buy side liquidity that it took out. And yeah, you would definitely have more than 100 points times that by 3. That would have been 300-point trade, and you would have been having sweet dreams after that. But you would have had to have stayed up until about 17. So if you want to just remember, in the beginning stages, we don't want to panic. We don't want. That's a lot of energy. We're talking about that would have took you 2.5 hours. Not worth it. Personally, I think I like to get in, chill, have a calm, peaceful attitude, get out, it hit there, I get my 14, and if I go in 3 times, I got 42 pips, made $300, and, before 7, and let's see, this happened about, before 7:40, I'm done for the day, and I'm now having dinner with my family and friends and loved ones, or doing whatever it is I want to do with the safety, security, and knowing that, hey, I successfully made a couple $100 in the market today, and it was more than what I made as far as my 8-hour job today. So this kind of cool, don't you think? So that basically explains the Asian ATM strategy from ICT 2024 mentorship. But I'm gonna go over it one more time so you get it. The first thing that you want to do is you want to establish the 6 o'clock to 7 p.m. Time frame, and then you want to find the NDOG, the new day opening gap high, new day opening gap low. Once you do that, and you do that by about 6:30, you can go down here and find the BSL for that time span, and then you have here the SSL for that time span, and the first one that it takes out, you want to pay attention to, and that it will hopefully go through the magnet of the new day opening gap high and low to reach up and take out buy side liquidity. Kind of really touch buy side liquidity, didn't really take it out here. The second time it really took it out that time around. So in this particular scenario, you could have waited, but like I said, we're not guaranteed anything in this market. So if it reaches, at our particular level, at the equal highs, get excited and get out. Because remember, I told you about equal highs. It tends to reverse on equal highs. We're not guaranteed it's going to go through right away. It does later on, but not right away. And it is nothing like fear developing when trade starts to go against us. Though it never hit our point of entry, and we still would have been safe. Like I said, to avoid the stress and get it and to accomplish your goal, this would have been the best move as far as I'm concerned for beginners. Okay. So with that said, I hope you absolutely enjoyed this strategy. If you had any questions, please put it in the box or PM me, etc. Or no, not PM me. Email me, or depending on what strategy or program that you are in, or put it in the membership group for tomorrow and ask all of your questions. But once again, welcome everybody for coming to the ICT Mentorship 2024 Asian ATM strategy. I hope you enjoy it like I do. So all these strategies are helping people that got a day job, etc. You can pick any one strategy that works well for you, focus on it, master it, and then you'll be good to go. The beautiful thing about it is you can do it with indices, you can do it with the metals, gold, you can also do it with cryptocurrency, and also other forex pairs that'll make you a whole lot of money. Okay, so thanks for coming to this market, guys and goddesses. Once again, I will see you at the top all the time. More importantly, cha-ching, ching, I will see you at the bank. Isn't this fun, finding the miracles in the market? That's what we're doing. We're manifesting them each and every single day to keep poverty away. Bars. Love you all. Talk to you soon.